Hello everybody. So welcome to my new house. I'm renting here, by the way. I didn't buy this. So in today's video we are going to roast my pumpkins. So they've fully ripened and I haven't done anything with them yet because I was moving. So that's what we're going to do in today's video. We're going to roast my pumpkins and we're going to make pumpkin puree. So I just thought I'd give you guys a little look at the new kitchen. This is my new kitchen. It's got really nice countertops. And it leads into an open floor plan here. I am not done putting things away. As you can see, this is the pantry we painted together the other day. I have all of this still to put away. All of that still to put away. So yeah, so let's get started. So last time you guys seen my pumpkins, they were green. This one is still a little bit green on the outside here. And this one is fully ripened from what I can see. It does have a mark right here. That's why I didn't want to store. But I think I just want to make some puree out of these. This one I'm leery about because this one wasn't fully grown. So we're going to start by opening this one up and just see how usable it is. I hope everyone is doing well. It's been a few weeks since I filmed. I had videos pre-filmed for you guys, but moving was a bit stressful. But it's finally done. I'm just going to take out all the seeds and all that sort of stuff. I think I'm just going to cut this in half. So far it looks like it looks fine, but we'll see. I had planned to carve these for Halloween, but that didn't happen. I was moving on Halloween. So, oh, they look quite good in the inside. I'm happy about that. Yay. Okay, so all I'm going to do is scoop these out and we're going to just put the whole pumpkin. I'm probably going to cut them into quarters so it's easier to put them into the pan, and then we're going to roast them. See how much of the puree we can get off. We're going to turn it into puree. Thought I should mention that part. I think I'm just going to put that part right in. See, it looks nice. It's got lots of moisture to it, which might not be such a good thing. We'll see. Time will tell. If you hear noise in the background, I'm sorry. This dishwasher in this house is actually quite a bit louder than my other one. There's quite a few different features in this house. This stove makes music when it's preheated. I am preheating it right now, so I'm preheating my oven to 375. I might end up turning it up. We'll see. So everything I've read, because I've never actually done the pumpkin puree before, but it seems pretty straightforward. I'm going to roast these at 375 for probably 45 minutes to an hour. It says anywhere from 40 minutes all the way up to an hour and 15, depending on your temperature, depending on your oven, that sort of thing. So let's try to get these out. We can get these roasting soon. I haven't decided if I'm going to keep the seeds or not yet. I'm not a fan of pumpkin seeds, but my fiance really likes pumpkin seeds, so we'll see. But all I plan to do is just make pumpkin puree out of these. In a previous video, I tried pumpkin chocolate chip muffins, and I just want to give you guys a little bit of an update. I have since made them 3 times. My kids love them, which surprised me so much. My kids don't like a lot of unconventional things. And I know pumpkin doesn't seem unconventional, but I didn't really grow up eating a lot of pumpkin other than pumpkin pie for Christmas or Thanksgiving. So they haven't eaten a lot of pumpkin. So it surprised me greatly that they actually really loved the muffins. So I've made them several times. So we're going to make pumpkin puree out of this because I think I will use it a lot. So I'm just going to cut these in smaller chunks so hopefully they can roast nicely. Might need to get another pan here. So I might need cheesecloth if these have a lot of moisture in them after they're done roasting. I don't know where my cheesecloth is. I think it's in a box still. But we'll improvise if necessary. If necessary, we'll put it in through a cloth of some kind to get some of the moisture out. Okay, let's open up the big one. Okay, this is daunting, isn't it? It's huge. I missed you guys. I missed filming videos for you guys. I recently noticed that one of my videos is doing really, really well, and I have gained quite a few subscribers from it. I thank you all and I welcome you. My name is Sarah. I film mostly cooking, baking, gardening videos, but I do film some lifestyle videos like going to craft fairs and thrift stores and stuff like that. So I welcome you and I hope you stay and I hope you enjoy my channel. All right, that don't want to come out, so I'm just going to cut it right down this side here. Oh, that looks nice. Take a look at that. That looks nice. Okay, let's take the guts out and do the same thing. I might need to pull out a cookie sheet. I'm a little leery about using a cookie sheet, but I don't have anything else, so we're going to have to use a cookie sheet. Just because previous videos I've watched people doing this, certain pumpkins have a lot of moisture in them. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on a cookie sheet, and if it starts exuding a lot of moisture as it's baking, I will just drain the moisture off and keep baking them. I only have one big roaster pan here, so try and get all this out. It's my least favorite part about doing pumpkins is gutting them. I think that's everybody's least favorite. I'm using one of my serving spoons, my metal serving spoons. I'm just going to cut it right off. I was super proud of these pumpkins. I've grown pumpkins before, but not successfully. These ones were the first successful pumpkins I ever grew. I was so proud. My garden space in this house is a bit smaller than the other house, quite a bit smaller actually, and I do not have a greenhouse. So when it comes time to plant the garden, we are going to be creative. Utilize all my pots and stuff like that. I do have a couple areas I am going to plant. We're going to have to prepare them though in the spring here. Right now they're rock beds, but the landlord has given me permission to turn them into gardens. So we're going to have to remove some of the rocks and make the soil nice. Good for planting. So I'm only going to be planting like essential stuff like onions. Plays a little music when it's preheated. So, you know, tomatoes and things that I use the most, just because I will have limited space. Okay, let's cut this up. I'm gonna wash my hands first. Okay, so let's finish cutting this one up. I put the other roaster pan in the oven already. I wanted to make sure that it has enough time to start roasting. So I'm just going to put these face down on my pan. You can cut these in bigger chunks, but I don't know, I don't think it's necessary. It fits better on my pan this way. So I will have to keep an eye on these when I am roasting them to make sure they don't produce too much liquid. I did sharpen my knife before I started this. I didn't want to have any knife issues. Okay. So I am going to be baking this, I think I mentioned, for 375 for 45 minutes to an hour. So once the pumpkin is done roasting, I'll come back and we'll finish the rest together. Just give you guys a little look on how I put them in there. I put one on a baking sheet and the other one in a roaster pan.
I was not aware that pumpkins have like a sap-like substance on their skin, and it transfers to your hands. I did manage to get it off with a scrub brush and some olive oil and Dawn dish soap, but it did take quite a bit of scrubbing to get it off. But now I know, and lesson learned.
Okay guys, so I just took them out of the oven. It actually didn't create as much liquid as I thought it was going to, which is really good. So I'm going to let them sit here and cool for about half an hour, and then we'll get ready to make the puree. I brought out my food processor. So I'm just going to take these. I ended up cooking these for almost an hour and a half. That was a lot longer than I had anticipated, but they were still hard and crunchy on the inside. I think maybe because there's so many, but let's puree this up. So all I'm doing is just taking the flesh off of the skin, like that. And I'm just going to puree it up and package it into some Ziplocs and put it in my freezer. I'm going to do these in 2-cup packages, just because that's the exact amount I need for most recipes that I would make. So pumpkin pie, the muffins, I would need mostly 2-cup increments. So we're going to package them in 2 cups. If I need less, then I can use less, but I think 2 cups is good.
I ultimately decided to freeze them because I did some research, and canning them is not recommended. Canning pumpkin puree, you can can them in chunks, but not in puree. Something to do with the thickness of the paste and the canning process not being able to get to the center of the jar. So this is why I ended up freezing them rather than canning them.
There we go. Okay, let's puree that and see. Where's my cloth? All I'm doing is puree. It's not bad. Let's add a little bit more to this. Got lots of room left now. Just got a piece of skin in there I'm trying to get out. I really wanted to make sure that I got to the pumpkins. I didn't want them to go bad. I was quite proud of my pumpkins this year, so I wanted to make sure I utilized all the pumpkin from them. I made pumpkin chocolate chip muffins that I made in one of my previous videos. Excuse me. I made them the other day, and they didn't even last till the next day. Next time I think I'm going to double the recipe because they were gone in like less than a day. Okay, let's puree that up and then we'll package this up and then we'll do the rest. Hopefully there's not too much liquid in it. I put some of them in pretty big chunks, so I'm just chopping it up a little bit here. Help it puree a little better. That looks pretty decent. Okay, so I'm going to package this. Let's do that. Move this out of the way. Got some Ziplocs here. This is my 2-cup measure here. I think I'm okay with not straining liquid off of this. I know a lot of people will put it through a cheesecloth. I can't find my cheesecloth at the moment, and I'm not seeing a ton of liquid off of this, so I think I'm okay. Two cups. Hopefully it fits in these little Ziplocs. If you can hear my little kitten, she's meowing. I got a new kitten over the last couple weeks. A friend for my other kitty. That fit perfectly. Okay. Put that on there. Make it a little easier to scoop. I'm actually getting a lot more of this than I anticipated. Didn't anticipate getting so much. Oops. Probably could have used a funnel for this. Maybe my canning funnel or something, or my bag holders. I found those the other day in a box. I am going to freeze these flat just so that when I want to use them, they thaw faster. This one. I'm getting to the bottom here and there's some extra liquid on the bottom here. So I'm just going to dump out the extra liquid before we start again here. I've seen other people that have made puree and they had it like a lot of liquid. So I was a little surprised that there wasn't that much. Okay, I'm just going to dump some of the liquid and then we'll start again. Okay, So let's put the rest of these in. My cat is meowing at my other cat. I did manage to get all the pumpkin off my hands, the sap. I learned something new. Didn't know that was a thing. I didn't add any olive oil or anything like that to this, only because I knew I was going to use it for baking. But if you want to use it for savory applications, I would put some olive oil on it, maybe, just a little bit. Especially on the parts that are facing up. I did face most of them down though. Okay, let's puree that. Okay, so I'm going to finish the rest of these, puree the rest, and then I will show you how much we got. So I finished doing the puree. I got 2 cups in my bowl here to make more muffins. And then I got 8 2-cup bags of the pumpkin puree. So that wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a little harder, but it wasn't. Let's give you guys a little bit closer look. The color is really nice and orange. It's nice. So guys, I want to thank you guys for watching and subscribing, and I appreciate it a lot. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.